There's this new guy at work. You haven't been able to put a finger on it, but something about him just sets your teeth on edge. The office gossips have already dubbed him Mr. Robot because he spends his days hunched over his computer with a blank screen, never speaking a word. It is unnerving how little you know about him, and yet you can feel his eyes boring into the back of your head every time you turn around. Then one day you notice something strange. He seems to be looking directly at you from an account that you didn't recognize. But then it happens again and again, and suddenly you wonder, has he been tracking you? Do you need to wipe all your data from the internet? And is there anywhere safe online these days? You might think that this scenario is pure fiction, but believe it or not, it's becoming more common than you might think. And it all comes down to the rise of artificial intelligence. Now, if you're like most people, you probably think of AI as something out of science fiction. A world where robots rule and humans are second-class citizens, but the truth is that AI is already here. In fact, it's been here for years. Think about it. When was the last time you talked to a human being when you called your bank or tried to make an appointment with your doctor? Chances are you were talking to a machine. AI-powered systems are already handling many of the routine tasks in our lives, from answering customer service questions to driving cars. And as AI technology continues to improve, they'll be taking on more and more responsibilities. So yes, while we may not live in a world where robots walk among us just yet, AI is here and it's rapidly changing the way we live and work. So let us talk about what that means for you and how you can protect yourself in this brave new world. While AI does offer some obvious advantages, there are also some very real dangers to consider. For example, as AI systems become more sophisticated, they'll be able to access and process vast amounts of personal information about us. And as they do, they'll also be able to identify patterns and make predictions about our behavior. Now, this could be useful for things like personalized advertising or fraud detection. But it also means that AI systems will be able to build a detailed profile of each of us and use that information to manipulate us in ways that we don't even realize. And if that sounds scary, well, that's because it is. But don't worry, there are steps that you can take to protect yourself against the dangers of AI. Keep watching to learn what you can do to keep your data safe in the age of artificial intelligence. As you watch this video, I want you to imagine yourself in a world where every move you make is being tracked and analyzed by powerful artificial intelligence algorithms. Picture a world where your every click, search, and purchase is recorded and used to build a comprehensive profile of who you are, what you like, and what you're likely to do next. Now, I know it sounds like a dystopian nightmare, but the truth is that this is already happening. In today's digital age, our data is being collected and analyzed by machines at every turn. From the websites we visit to the products we buy, every aspect of our lives is being tracked and turned into data. And while some may argue that this level of surveillance is a necessary evil in the name of security, the reality is that it's happening without our knowledge and consent. What's worse, this data is often sold and traded by these companies without us even realizing it. The result is a system where our privacy is invaded and our autonomy eroded. We've become digital ghosts, drifting through a world where our every move is being watched and analyzed. But the good news is that you don't have to be a victim. By following the tips and strategies outlined in this video, you can learn to navigate the digital world safely and protect your privacy in the age of AI. Now, before we dive in, I want to say this. I'm not here to scare you. In fact, quite the opposite. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to protect yourself in an increasingly digital world. We live in a time where technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate, and it is easy to feel overwhelmed and helpless in the face of such rapid change. But the truth is that we have more power than we realize. The key is to educate ourselves and take proactive steps to ensure that we're not left behind. So, what are some ways to protect your data online? No. 1. Strong passwords. One of the most important things you can do to protect your data is to use strong passwords. This means creating passwords that are long, complex, and unique for each of your online accounts. Now, using the same password for multiple accounts can make it easier for hackers to gain access to your data if one of your accounts is compromised. So it's important to use a different password for each one. Fortunately, there are now tools available to help you manage your passwords securely. So be sure to take advantage of them. No. 2. Multi-factor authentication. In addition to using strong passwords, you should also enable multi-factor authentication whenever possible. This means that in order to log into your account, you'll need to provide more than one form of authentication. This could be a fingerprint scan, a one-time code, or a PIN number. By adding this extra layer of security, you're remaking it much harder for hackers to gain access to your data, even if they do manage to steal one of your passwords. No. 3. Be cautious of public Wi-Fi. Using public Wi-Fi networks can leave your data vulnerable to snoopers. Hackers can easily set up fake public Wi-Fi hotspots and trick you into connecting to them. Once you're connected, they can then see everything you're doing online. So it's important to avoid using public Wi-Fi whenever possible. If you must use public Wi-Fi, you should take steps to protect yourself, such as using a VPN. No. 4. Keep software up to date. Another important step you can take to protect your data is to keep your software up to date. This includes your operating system, web browser, and any other software you use to manage your data. By keeping your software up to date, you're ensuring that you have the latest security patches and that your data is protected from the latest threats. Most software will automatically notify you when updates are available, so be sure to install them as soon as possible. Number 5. Secure your social media accounts. Social media accounts are a gold mine for hackers, because they often contain personal information that can be used to target you for scams or identity theft. That's why it's important to take steps to secure your social media accounts. This includes using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and being careful about what you share on your profile. By taking these precautions, you can help keep your social media accounts safe from hackers. And remember, no system is completely secure. Even with the best precautions in place, there's always some risk involved. But by following these tips, you can significantly reduce your risk and keep your data safe. It's important to stay informed about the latest threats and to take proactive steps to protect yourself. And don't forget, you don't have to go it alone. There are resources available to help you navigate the digital world safely. With a little knowledge and preparation, you can take control of your digital security and protect your data in the age of AI. As you can see, the future of AI is full of both promise and peril. It's up to us to ensure that we harness the power of AI for good while mitigating the potential risks. So, what are your thoughts on the future of AI? Do you think it's more Terminator than Wall-E? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. This was James, and you've been watching your channel, Valley of Knowledge. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.